Yes. So hello everyone and welcome to this session, how to get all India rank in CA. My name is Jinesh Pagaria. I am the co-founder of HR Lab. So before starting the webinar, let me briefly tell you about what HR Lab is and what we do under this brand name. So as I mentioned, my name is Jinesh Pagaria. I am a chartered accountant and I am the co-founder of HR Lab. So HR Lab, initially started as a recruitment consulting firm. So we have our clients and we find resources for them. We also help people, especially CAs, in getting jobs. Apart from that, we have also ventured out into mentoring. So जब हम लोग भी CA कर रहे थे, we realized that CA students के पास it is they don't have proper guidance, they don't have many people to guide them. हमारे colleges भी नहीं होते हैं, तो we don't have faculties to guide us. So therefore we started with this program. तो इसमें क्या होता है, if you want to register, you can register. It is totally free because it is an initiative. So what we do is when you register, we just a second. Yeah. So when you register, we allocate a mentor to you. That mentor will help you in all possible ways. आपको जो doubt है आप उनसे पूछ सकते हैं. Not related to studies, but related to how to manage, how to make plans, अपना stress कैसे you can release, how to attempt paper, जो भी CA से related doubts हैं आप अपने mentor से पूछ सकते हैं. And we have another 70-75 CAs with us who are volunteering in becoming this mentor. So we will also send you the link to register and you can register for the free mentoring. Also we have some other programs, like अगर आपको कुछ एक specific subject के लिए mentoring चाहिए तो we have that. If you want के personality development तो वो भी हमारा एक program है. So we'll give you all the details on the group. So now without any further delay, I would like to call upon Radhika. She'll be the moderator of this session and she will take it forward from here. So over to you, Radhika.
Thank you, sir. Warm greetings and salutations to all. My name is Radhika Joshi. I am the host of the webinar. I am a CA final student and I am pursuing articleship from Indore. We all face the same issues. हमें बहुत problems आती हैं while our entire journey of becoming a CA. Studies, काम, इन सबको एक साथ कैसे handle करें? MCQ नया amendment है, उसे कैसे पढ़ें? Case based study को कैसे answer करें? Lot of issues, and we lack guidance. So I'm thankful that Kushal is here to guide us into this. We struggle to even pass in a single attempt, and he has scored AIR in all the levels of CA. He has scored 5th rank in final and IPCC and 6th in CPT. Commendable, really. So, and he is working with Aditya Birla Group currently. I'll request him to please brief out his entire journey of becoming a CA. To be precise, entire journey of becoming a AIR CA. Please, sir.
Sure. Thank you so much, Radhika, for the wonderful introduction. Hello, everyone. I hope all of you are doing safe amidst the crisis of COVID-19 and you're taking good care of yours as well as your family. So regarding my CA journey, I started my CA journey immediately after my 12th. My 12th finished in November 2015. So my school had adopted a Cambridge curriculum, because of which I was able to finish my 12th in the month of November 2015. I gave my CPT in the month of December 2015, immediately 1 month after my 12th examination. And post my CPT exam, I prepared for my IPCC examinations. Regarding the IPCC exam, frankly, I had studied only for the last 3 months in the preparatory leave period. Finished off with my classes 3 months prior to my examination. And in those last 3 months, those were the 3 months where I had consistently studied for 12 hours a day to secure an AIR 5 in my IPCC exam as well. So initially I had secured an AIR 10 in my IPCC exam, but subsequently I had put my papers into revaluation. And in accounting, I had increased, like the examiner increased 16 marks. And after 5 months of my IPCC result, I had got a call from ICI stating that your rank has been upgraded from 10 to 5 as the accounts, like your 16 marks have been increased in accounting subject. So this is one of the crucial and the most important part of my CA journey, that my rank in IPCC was upgraded from 10 to 5. And that was the moment I was beaming with joy. Subsequently, I joined articleship in a mid-sized firm in Mumbai named Gokhale and Sate Chartered Accountants. I had the experience of almost all the domains which a CA normally works in. So I had worked in direct taxation, assessment and litigation. I'd worked in GST, compliance as well as advisory. And I'd also done a statutory audit of a cooperative bank. This was the main reason I had joined an articleship in a mid-sized firm, because I wanted to have an overall exposure of all the departments rather than having only one exposure of a particular department. Like parallelly with my articleship, I was staying in a hostel in Mumbai named RVG Educational Foundation. And the hostel life also has been a thrilling one. I have been able to organize a lot of events in my hostel. And I was also the main organizer of all the fests which used to happen in my hostel. So that was altogether one of the best memories which I have had in my CA journey. Subsequently, I gave my CA final attempt. I had prepared for the last 4 months. And in the last 4 months, I had switched off my mobile phone. I had gone off social media. I was not in touch with any particular friend except one who used to solve my doubts, and I used to solve his doubts. And after my CA finals examination, I got an All India rank 5 on January 16th, 2020, which is the day which has just completely transformed my life. So that is a day which I am definitely going to remember for the rest of my life. And that day, like literally, it cannot be expressed in words. It can only be felt. My mom and dad were into tears, and I had received almost hundreds or 200s of calls. I can't even recall now. Right from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. in the night, I was continuously on calls, and that was a feeling which was just commendable. So this is all the entire journey from my CPT to IPCC to CA final.
That was very inspiring and thrilling as well. So coming to our objective of this webinar, we have come together to discuss the detailed insight into the frequently asked questions regarding the topic scoring an AIR in CA exams. तो क्या CA में AIR लाने का कोई स्पेशल फॉर्मूला है, और अगर है तो आपको, मेरे को, हम सबको जानना है. Be with us till the end to know that formula and apply that learnings in this examination and score an AIR. All the best. So start with the questions. Let's start. So the first question is, what are the perks of getting all India rank? हम इतने efforts क्यों करें to score an AIR? फायदे क्या हैं उसके?
All right. So there are a lot of perks of getting an AIR. बहुत ज़्यादा फायदा ये मुझे realize हुआ CA final में rank लाने के बाद. तो specifically CA final में rank आने के बाद मुझे क्या क्या फायदे हुए मैं वो सब बताऊंगा. So first of all, there is a special program named Management Development Program for CA final rank holders organized by ICI. तो ये 25 days का प्रोग्राम होता है बैंगलोर में. जो भी CA फाइनल में रैंक होल्डर्स है उनको वहाँ पे इनवाइट किया जाता है. वहाँ पर जो भी प्रोफेशनल फैकल्टीज है IIM अहमदाबाद, बैंगलोर की जो भी रिटायर्ड फैकल्टीज है, इनको एडजंक्ट प्रोफेसर्स बोलते हैं. तो एडजंक्ट प्रोफेसर्स मतलब जो IIM अहमदाबाद में पहले सिखाए थे, लेकिन अभी उनकी पैशन है, उनकी हॉबी है टीचिंग, तो वो रिटायर होने के बाद भी ऐसे टीचिंग के लिए आ जाते हैं. So these are adjunct professors who come from IIM Ahmedabad and Bangalore, and they teach us how to crack an interview, how you should solve any type of case study which is given in an MBA college. तो ये जो 25 days का experience था, this is nothing but a cut short version of an MBA program, और ये मुझे as a CA fresher experience करने मिला क्योंकि मुझे CA final में rank था. Second perquisite would be that companies, जो ड्रीम कंपनीज होती है यूजुअली, जिसको मतलब जिनको वो कंपनीज में जाना रहता है, लाइक मैनेजमेंट कंसल्टिंग, इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग, या फिर कोई भी इंडस्ट्री, आदित्य बिरला ग्रुप, ITC, मैरिको, ये सब कंपनीज ऐसे मतलब इनका फिल्टर आउट क्राइटेरिया ऐसा होता है कि CA फाइनल में रैंक हो तो ही इनवाइट करते हैं. So I know this might sound harsh, but then we can't help because they get a lot of resumes and they have to filter out resumes based on first criteria would be if they have a rank in their CA final, then they'll invite all of them. And even if they have rank in their CA finals, they'll check all the extracurricular activities, what you have done in your life, right from your school days, in your articleship days, and then they would shortlist you and finally select you in the company. तो ये दूसरा एडवांटेज है कि कंपनी जो है वो रैंक के बेसिस पे फिल्टर आउट करती है, और अगर आपको ऐसी कंपनीज में जाना है तो रैंक इज अ प्री रिक्विजिट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. Then other perquisites of getting a rank, at least in IPCC, like in terms of monetary, it was that I received a scholarship from ICI. So IPCC में top 10 rank holders को 2000 per month का scholarship मिलता है from ICI. And apart from this scholarship, they also don't have to pay the CA final registration fees, that is waived off by ICI. And एक residential program होता है हैदराबाद में, which is called as Center of Excellence. So ये हैदराबाद वुमेन के लिए होता है और जयपुर में मेन के लिए होता है. So the fees of this program is 48,000. तो IPCC में जिनके top 10 रैंक्स आई थी उनके लिए ये फ्री होता है ये प्रोग्राम. so they don't have to pay this amount in order to get into the program. So I think broadly these were the prerequisites of getting a rank.
This give you a really head start to your career, right?
Exactly, right.
So coming on to the next, what should be the ideal chronology of classes in CA IPCC and CA final? Classes की sequence क्या होनी चाहिए?
All right. So I'll speak about CA finals first because that is fresh. I have appeared it now only. So I'll just speak about finals first. Final के लिए specifically, I had joined classes 2 years prior to my attempt. तो जैसे November 19 में मेरा attempt था, तो November 2017 से मैंने classes join किए थे. Specifically पहले मैंने practical subjects cover किए थे, तो costing, SFM and FR. ये 3 subjects जो है वो मैंने पहले cover किए थे क्योंकि इनमें amendments नहीं आने वाले थे. Excuse me. और इसके बाद प्रैक्टिकल सब्जेक्ट्स के बाद मैंने शिफ्ट किया थियोरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट्स में लॉ एंड ऑडिट, और इसके बाद लास्ट में मैंने किया रिस्क मैनेजमेंट, डीटी और आईडीटी. द रीजन आई डिड डीटी एंड आईडीटी एट द एंड वाज दैट कि डीटी और आईडीटी में बहुत सारे अमेंडमेंट्स आते हैं. एग्जामिनेशन के नजदीक जितने होता है उतने अमेंडमेंट्स ज्यादा आते हैं डीटी और आईडीटी के लिए. इसलिए मैंने ये सोचा कि जितना एग्जाम के नजदीक करूंगा ये 2 सब्जेक्ट आई थिंक उतना बेटर होगा. तो पहले प्रैक्टिकल सब्जेक्ट फिनिश ऑफ कर लेने चाहिए जिसमें अमेंडमेंट्स के हार्डली कोई चांसेस है, जैसे कॉस्टिंग, एसएफएम एंड एफआर. फिर लॉ एंड ऑडिट पे स्विच हो जाना, उसमें अमेंडमेंट्स आएंगे आई नो, बट देन वो अमेंडमेंट्स आप बाद में भी कवर कर सकते हो क्योंकि डीटी और आईडीटी में जितने अमेंडमेंट्स आते हैं उतने लॉ एंड ऑडिट में नहीं आते. So DT and IDT, these are the 2 subjects which contain the most number of amendments, then law and audit. So I'll recommend कि law and audit कर लो उसके बाद, and then finally you can go to your elective subject. By the time you will also decide which elective to choose, and DT and IDT. So this was my order which I had followed, and I think this was very helpful in terms of revising all the content in my last 4 months of leave period.
To sum up, the main criteria should be जिसमें amendment कम आते हैं उन्हें पहले ले लो और जिसमें amendment आते हैं उन्हें बाद में लो.
Right. And regarding the IPCC question also, I think यही follow किया था मैंने. So IPCC में भी accounts, advanced accounts और इनके जो पहले amendments नहीं है वो subjects पहले खत्म कर लिए थे. And जिनमें amendments है tax में जैसे amendments आते हैं, law में आते हैं, तो वो मैंने end में किए थे. So और एक और ये advice होगी कि जो theoretical subjects है try करो कि अभी इसमें 2 opinions होते हैं कि whether we should join theoretical subject classes much before your attempt or just closer to your attempt. मेरा ये ओपिनियन रहेगा कि अगर आप अटेम्प्ट के नजदीक भी ज्वाइन करोगे तो ये इंश्योर करना कि थियोरेटिकल सब्जेक्ट के क्लासेस के बाद यू रिवाइज द एंटायर कंटेंट, बिकॉज अगर आपने कंटेंट रिवाइज किया तो ही आपको वो याद हो पाएगा आपके लीव पीरियड में. तो थियोरी सब्जेक्ट्स के लिए आई वुड एडवाइज कि अगर आपके पास टाइम है तो डेफिनेटली रिवाइज द एंटायर कंटेंट आफ्टर योर क्लासेस, ताकि आपको लीव पीरियड में एक एज मिल जाए एज कम्पेयर टू अदर कैंडिडेट्स.
फिर it is presumed that a CA student has to devote 15 hours a day for study. Is it that tough? Is it true, sir?
According to me, it's not true. Like I won't feel that 15 hours is a prerequisite that you should study for 15 hours and then only then you will be able to clear your examinations. I've always told to each and every CA aspirant that effective study is more important than longer hours of study. So studying effectively for 10 hours or 12 hours in a day is much better than studying for 14 hours in a day with a couple of hours of distraction. What matters according to me is the concentration and the focus which you are able to put in those 10 or 12 hours while you are studying. So what usually happens if a person is studying for 15 hours, he would be distracted by externalities for at least 1 or 2 hours. And trust me, his effective study would land up somewhere around 12 hours itself. So I always believe in this particular fact that your effective studies should be more important. And at the time when you're studying, there shouldn't be any externality, there shouldn't be any disturbance, and your focus and concentration should be on that particular topic itself. Not even a single thought should inculcate or should disturb your particular mind. So I think it's not true that 15 hours is required, because I also know some of my friends who have got All India rank despite studying for 8 to 9 hours per day itself. So what matters is the quality of reading rather than the quantity of reading. At the first reading itself, try to ensure that you are reading with such a concentration and such dedication that you have solved all the doubts, whatever were pending. And during your second or third reading, there aren't any doubts which are pending at your end. So I would recommend that sitting for 12 hours should be an ideal time, but ensure that in those 12 hours also you study for those 12 hours effectively, and not, it shouldn't happen that you're studying only for 10 hours. Like in those 12 hours.
Okay, so this is a myth, sheer myth कि 15 घंटे पढ़ना पड़ता है. Okay. How to prepare for MCQ? एक नया है ये scheme.
Yeah, just sorry to interrupt, Radhika. I think I just read a comment. So they're saying to please speak in English.
Okay,
So
okay,
I'll just speak in English. Yeah.
okay, okay. So how to prepare for MCQ? This is a
Hmm.
new amendment by CAI in the question schemes. So
Right.
this is new thing. There is a lack of model questions and model answers as well.
Hmm.
So how should a student prepare for MCQ?
So according to me, preparation for MCQ specifically, I did not buy any reference book of any particular author. I strictly focused my particular strategy towards ICI material itself. So to be honest, I had only referred the ICI material, the modules for MCQ subjects, and I had solved all the sample questions which were given on ICI's website. And I had also solved the previous mock test papers and the revision test papers that contain additional MCQs. So now I think the pattern has changed. I think they are asking case study based MCQs as well. So at my time, there weren't any case study based MCQs, there were direct MCQs. I think focusing more on modules or focusing more on ICI material would be more beneficial as compared to solving any particular reference book for an MCQ. Because since this is a new concept altogether, which has been brought by ICI into the CA final and IPCC curriculum, I would recommend that focusing on ICI module would be much better because ICI can ask you MCQ from any corner of the module. So trust me, they can ask you any particular section name also. Like in my particular attempt, I still remember in my auditing paper, they had asked us a section of taxation. I still remember that 56 to 7A, this was asked, which has been scrapped now. It is 56 to 10 now. So there was a question on tax audit clause, and that had been asked to our particular in our particular attempt. So that was asked for 2 marks. So these are some of the questions which you wouldn't know where these questions are coming from. And therefore, if you buy any reference book, I didn't find this particular question in any reference book. And therefore, I would recommend to focus more on modules rather than any reference book. To give you one more example, in GST, we had a question on what is the quorum of GST Council. This was given in the introduction chapter of GST, and I didn't find this particular MCQ or this particular question in any reference book. So I would recommend to focus more on modules and try to read the module as many times as possible.
You somehow answer the next question actually. How
Okay.
relevant are the study material of ICAI for scoring AIR?
Absolutely, they are literally the Bible if you really want to get an AI or if you really want to clear your CA examinations. Like I had referred the ICA modules for all the subjects except law because for law our module was of August 2017 edition and that was not amended. Therefore, I had bought Munish Bandari's reference book for my law, but except law, I had read modules for all the other 7 subjects at least twice before my examination. So trust me, reading modules is going to help all of you because ICI is not going to ask you any question out of the module. All the questions would be asked from the modules itself. And if you read the modules multiple times, I think that is going to give you an edge over other candidates who are referring some reference books and who are going to miss out on some of the questions because they have not prepared from the ICI material. So according to me, ICI modules are Bible literally. And if you read them, all the modules are very nicely drafted specifically for IDT and costing. These two modules were drafted like one of the best. I literally used to enjoy reading from these two modules because in IDT module, there are three type of, it has been divided into 3 parts. So first is the bare act, second is the analysis, and third is the let us recapitulate section. So if you're reading the IDT module, automatically your 3 readings happen at the same time. So I think focusing more on modules would be much helpful and more beneficial as compared to focusing on any other reference book.
Okay, fair enough. The next is, should we make our own notes? And if yes, then how?
Yeah, I think like regarding your own notes, I would be of the view that if you really have time, you should definitely prepare your own notes, especially for auditing and law, these theoretical subjects. Because if you're preparing your own notes, I am of the view that writing is equivalent to 5 to 6 times of reading. This is a scientific study which has been proven. And I would be of the view that if you're writing a particular provision on a separate piece of paper, you are at the same time reading as well as writing. So multiple readings happen if you're writing them on a separate piece of paper. Now, people think that too much time is getting consumed if they are writing on a separate piece of paper, but I am completely against this view. And I would recommend if you have time, you should definitely prepare your own notes because this is going to help you in the last month of revision plus those 1.5 days before the examination. Since I did not have sufficient time, I only had 4 months of my CA final leave. I couldn't prepare my own CA final notes of auditing and law. but I would definitely recommend, if you have time, you should definitely prepare your own notes. Now, regarding the question, how should you prepare your own notes? Just understand that there might be some questions which ICA has asked a multiple amount of times. So focus on these questions and these provisions more, and try to write the keywords and the key sentences which is contained in this provision on a separate piece of paper. So at the time of creating notes, you should prepare it in a concise and a summarized manner, so that you are able to revise it 1.5 days before your exam.
Okay, thank you.
It is going to be very helpful if you write them on a separate piece of paper.
Okay, so it is the time to take a short break. We'll take a break of around 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay, 3 minutes break, and we'll join back. You can use the same link to join. We will start again sharply at 11:25. Okay, thank you.